What has this industry got so wrong in this recovery, which is now going to be compounded by this latest port closure?
Oh, good morning. I don't think it's so much getting something wrong. It's just that the industry is seeing, you're seeing the cascading impact of the pandemic that began at the beginning of 2020 when there was significant factory closures in China that resulted in cancelled sailings, which resulted in the container box imbalances. Then you've had the Suez Canal blockage with the Ever Given. Then you've had this congestion and delays that are not only related to terminal closures, but overall there have been delays with ships that have come from COVID countries that are not allowed to immediately berth. And it's a little bit like with a commuter train when you have delays, just one or two train cancellations will see the queue drastically lengthen. And in this case, with Ningbo and Shanghai, some of the busiest and most crucial container ports in the world, container lines are now avoiding those ports as well. And that's sort of adding to the congestion and lengthening the port supply, the port logistics problems that we're having here.
Does this have the same or less ramifications, in your opinion, to the Suez Canal blockage?
Oh, that's any delay to any schedule, because container lines offer fixed, reliable schedules, is going to result in a backlog. But what we're seeing here is a prolonged period of cascading factors. And now, for example, there are 98 container ships off Shanghai and Ningbo that are at anchor, unable to immediately load. And there are still 50 container ships off Yantian and Hong Kong from the closure back in June. That delay, or that queue, was as much as like 100+ ships, but it's still yet to diminish. So it just takes a long time to work through. And then, of course, you need to make sure that you have there are obviously delays at the discharge ports, and then you need to make sure that you have the empty boxes arrive back in time to be loaded again. And don't forget, this is, as you mentioned, is the busiest time of the year as ships are being loaded for consumer goods to get to the US ahead of the Black Friday and Christmas. So this is perhaps the very worst time that you can have a small incident such as a closure of one terminal, but it can be amplified down the global chain.